Impressive, though, what he had to say about his matchup with Joel Embiid, because he knew that at the start he had struggled some inside, and you said it, that he had struggled some defending him inside. What, though, did the Magic do to adjust the way that they at least helped to slow him down? Because he did, of course, finish with 20 and 10, which is a 17th straight double-double.
And it's interesting. I don't think that what they did specific to this game is necessarily what's important. I think what's important is if you're scouting Philadelphia and you're watching them in advance of a series against them, Orlando employed a tactic that you can employ, perhaps, that you may see other teams try to employ. And here it is. You're going to see Joel get the ball in the post. And right there, Michael Carter-Williams comes when his back is turned. His man is in that corner, T.J. McConnell. He actually picks up a foul on this play. This was in the second half. This is in the first half. TJ's in the corner. MCW is waiting the entire time until this happens. Joel puts his head down when he goes to dribble there, and that's when MCW comes through. And what happened there is Coach Clifford and his staff picked up a tendency that Joel has to look down at the ball when he goes to make that move in the post. So what you could see is that defender being Michael Carter-Williams is MCW because he's on T.J. McConnell. T.J. only started because Ben was out. So when Ben's in the game, that's probably going to be a longer, even more athletic defender who could get to Joel even quicker. So what will be really interesting is if you're playing against Philadelphia, can you employ that tactic because Ben is not a shooter? You can cheat off of him on the weak side with bigger defenders. That's something you may want to see or pay attention to coming down the stretch.
So with less than 10 games to go and the Sixers battling for playoff positioning in the Eastern Conference, are you concerned about dropping the last 2 games in a row after winning 6?
I'm not concerned about dropping the last 2 games. I'm concerned heading into the playoffs if I'm Philadelphia. Do they still have the level of acceptance from Jimmy Butler of his role that they have right now? Jimmy's been terrific in the last month or so in terms of accepting that there's going to be a time we ask you to carry you, and when we do, do that. But otherwise, be comfortable being ancillary because we've got so much firepower. He's been comfortable with that. If they don't continue to win games, will he stay comfortable with that?
Right.
That would be something I would be concerned with. And then obviously Ben not playing today changed their dynamic quite a bit, and I don't think they were ready for that. But what I showed just a moment ago, what we talked about there defensively, that's tough when you've got a big offensive player who's ball dominant that is not a shooter. Because that means whoever his defender is, if they cheat down into the paint, as I said, typically that would be a bigger guy. If I'm Philadelphia, I'm trying to work different angles to address for what teams will do to cheat off of Ben. And you've seen teams do it to Giannis as well with different levels of success.